So hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the first day of the river season. I started off actually at about 4:30 in the morning. Got to get out of the cracker sparrows. The bank is already covered in people. It's about 6 o'clock now. It's just what it's like first day of the river season. There's already like 5-6 people fishing that way with me. But the aim of the day is to stick with the sort of theme of bug fishing, like we did with the last video. Last video I used cockroaches to catch chub on the canal, and today I'm using bug style lures, as you can probably tell from the title and thumbnail of this video. So I have brought with me the Salmo Lil Bug and Tiny Bug lures, one of which is a surface bait and imitates a little dying bug on the surface, a bit like what we did with the cockroaches in my last video, and the other one is a subsurface bait, just looks like a little bait fish, or there's some patterns that imitate little bugs as well too. And fingers crossed we'll get some more fish on them. I've already had some fish this morning, so I know it's going to be a good session. Let's crack on, because the EA start cutting on the first day of the river season, so more than likely, within a couple of hours time, we'll probably start to see some weed rafts coming down. So let's crack on with the fishing, don't forget a few more on the bank. Spooked a nice chub then. There we go, there we go. First fish of the season hooked. And it's a chub. Blew it up right on the surface. It's gone for all the weed. Come on. Good job I've got waders on. Getting me proper wrapped up. Come on, that's a good sized chub. First one of the season as well. Yes, we got it. First fish of the season. What a cracking fish it is. Starting it just like I started off last season. A great big chunky chub. And he absolutely choked it. Let's take a better look at him. I spooked that fish at first, and he came straight back for it. So I'm not getting the big camera out yet, but that's a chub of over £4 for the first one of the season. Really, really long fish. Beautiful fish as well. Let him go. Let's catch a few more, eh? First 5 minutes of fishing. What a start. Well, let's do some little bug fishing. First cast out in this spot with a little bug. It only took me, I think 3, oh there we go. I can say it only took me about 3 casts to get a take on the bug in my very first swim, and that was on the first cast then. That was cool. Let's try again. Damn it. Probably spooked any chub off now that was there because of that one that just hit it and missed. Just spotted a chub right down this margin. Going for it. There we go. There we go. What a take. Absolutely crushed it. That was awesome. Saw him waking on that. Oh, it's nice getting on this light rod. So cool in the clear water. Okay, it's just about done. Oh, there we go. Another beautiful chub on the bug. That's awesome. Well hooked. He weren't coming off. There we go. Another beautiful chub. We're in the river right now, so I'll not bother getting me a big camera out, but that is a beauty. Even better looking chub than that first one I caught. That one's about £3, a bit smaller as well. Beautiful fish. The chub love the bug, don't they? Let's try a long cast. Looks nice down there. Apart from all the ducks way downriver that are just going crazy. Just cast it behind a tree in a slack water. There we go, straight away. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Got blown up 3 or 4 times then. Just fish, just not quite getting the bait, just popping behind it. That was cool. That was really cool. I was going to say smallest one so far, but I did catch a tiny chub, didn't I? But the smallest one on the top water. Probably about £2, but my God, they hit it hard. Yeah, absolutely crushed it too. There we go, beautiful fish. Let's move away from the swim to and I can release him. Once again, absolutely choking that bait. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so I had that chub right from the back of this tree, and when I caught, just before I caught it, I had maybe 3 or 4 weights come up behind it and a couple of fish try and take it, and show a couple different fish. Perfect cast, right behind the branches. There was slack water there, perfect for chub. Chub right in front of that swan. Yep. There was some chub right in front of that swan. They spooked him out from underneath the tree. Swan with signet, so be careful. There we go. There we go. What did I just say? I have to be careful there because of all them signets. We obviously don't want them taking the bait or casting too close and annoying mummy and daddy swan. It's a beautiful sight though, isn't it? Casting under a tree, nailing a nice sized chub while a family of swans just gracefully swims by. So cool. New setup coping well with these nice fish. It's awesome. Nailed on the bug bait. Little bug. Up to barbus now, so that's straight out, nice easy unhooking. Nice job. Probably yeah, about 2 and a bit. 2.5. 2 and a bit. See you later, buddy. There he is. Oh, he's gone. So I think it's time to show you the setup that I'm using today, because it is a brand new setup with me. First time using it today, thought I'd save it for the river season. It's a very light spinning rod. This one is actually rated 2 to 8 gram, a Fox Rage Prism X, and I've teamed that up with a Prism X 1000 size reel as well. That is loaded with, I believe it's 15 or 18 pound braid I've got on there, and then got my leader and down to the little tiny bug lures that I've been using today. This one's a little wasp. I've not really used this one so far today. I might give it a couple of casts before going to something else. I'm trying to fish a bit more darker patterns today, or a bit more naturally styled patterns for these fish, because I think they're eating a lot of crane fly, some crane fly that I've noticed recently. We've got cockchafer beetles, which look very similar to the bug lure that I've been using mostly so far this morning. So without further ado, let's crack on, and fingers crossed we'll get some more on the bank. Let's get moving on now, hopefully to an area where there's going to be a lot more chub, a lot more shallow water. Fingers crossed we'll get some more on the bank. Well, it looks like the Environment Agency have started their 100% weed cut, which is what they do every year at the beginning of the river season. I think they claim it to be about 90% weed caught, but it's more like 100%. They take everything, which displaces hundreds of thousands of fish fry, and is ultimately one of the main reasons why the river is dying and there's less and less fish every year to catch. But we'll not get into that right now. We've got a few more casts I think left in us. Maybe try a few slack areas, maybe go to one of the areas where I found some chub earlier, because there's so much weed coming down now, it's almost impossible to get a cast out. So try that, and then I think we'll think about packing up and going home. See if we can get one or two more fish out. Right, I'm going over to this one, which is a hot cockchafer. I think I was talking about cockchafer beetles earlier, I mentioned it. But yeah, let's chuck that out there. A little sinking, little jerk bait, twitch bait, whatever you'd like to call it. So I've come back to the area where it's fairly shallow. I fished here not so long ago. I moved off here to find some different fish, and then the weed started pounding down. Now this area is a little bit wider, which means that the weed is spread out a bit more. So fingers crossed, I might be able to get one of those very spooked fish. One or two more before the weed gets too bad and I have to go home, because it's already pretty horrendous. I can barely make a cast without getting covered in weed. So the fish are still there though. I'm obviously still hungry since I had one go for it. There we go. Oh, I've hit the weed again. There we go. Oh, what a take. What a take. That's one of the bigger fish down there as well. That is so cool. Just working it past that weed. Bit of an art to it really, trying to get it right. Flicking and twitching that bait and just making sure it doesn't hit the weed clumps. I'm not going to net this one because he's got a hook. Actually, one of the hooks is on top of his head, and if I get him in the net, if that hook catches it, it's actually going to tear the top of his head. So oh yeah, it's definitely one of the biggest ones of the day. Does cut on that bright cockchafer pattern, and the hook actually came out from the top of his head anyway, so let's put this one in there. Yeah, because the weed is getting worse and worse, literally as I'm talking, I'm just sitting down in the water. It's attached to my hip. I'm just going to make a couple of casts out there. See if I can nab one more, because if I sit and talk about this fish, I've got a feeling this weed's going to be too bad. Oh, there we go. Another one. Next cast out. Awesome. Not a big one, but still pretty cool. Get him straight in. Crushed it. So that sun really has come up now, hasn't it? Probably one of the last fish of the session today. Not quite as big as I thought when I first landed it. Oh, it's curling its tail. Curl it back so it looks bigger. Beautiful chub, probably about £3. But they're all really good on that 2 to 8 gram setup. They feel absolutely awesome when they smash it. They really do smash it. Whether that's on top water or cranks, bloody hell, chub nail it. Probably harder than trout do. Right, let's get this one back. It could very well be the last fish of the session. The weed is very, very bad now. Let's put it that way. Awesome. Damn, I've got so much weed catching on my hooks. Look at the size of that. There's a chub trying to go for that as well. Every single cast. But the chub do get a bit fussy if they can see debris on your line, so you've got to be careful. Got one. That's a nice one too. Okay, I thought the last one was going to be the last one of the session, but oh, nope, that's another one. It's 3 chub within about 10 minutes really. I'm not net this one because the law's on the outside of that one's mouth. If it was completely engulfed, I'd have netted it, but there we go, beautiful fish. Well, I genuinely thought I'd be lucky to catch one more fish from this spot, since I'd already fished it earlier on, and now there's horrendous amounts of weed coming down. But that's 3 fish from it now, 2 of which are very respectable sizes, like a 3 pounder and a 2 pounder, and then I've had a little, probably a ½ pounder. So we'll give it a couple more casts, and I can't really see many fish down there now. But I'm sure if they're anywhere, they'll be over near that tree. Oh yeah, there is. Oh, damn it. That was close. There we go. Oh, what a take. I thought I was done for this swim. I was just saying I was done. I packed up the big camera, looked over. Oh, that's a big clump of weeds gone through there. Looked over and a few fish had just turned back up in the swim again. Even though I'd only been resting for about 10 minutes as I was packing my gear away. I had to set the rod up very quickly. It was only folded down and boom, another 3-pound chub. Nailed. Probably could net that one seeing as though the hooks are firmly in the mouth, but we'll handline it since I was stood in the river, might as well. Really nice look, I've just debarbed that. Some spawning wounds, look on its dorsal fin. Beautiful fish, probably 3 and a bit. Let's let him go. Well, I've had to retreat back to the area with lots of trees because the sun is really beating down now. So I think it's time to get going. I can barely make a cast now. I've just snapped off one of my baits in a tree. So I think that's about it. But I've had a really good start to the season. Some epic blow-ups. I really hope you like that close-up footage you got of those chubs smashing the baits on the surface. Took the hook off in sacrifice catching a few fish to get some wicked footage, which I think looks really, really cool. So thank you guys for watching. If you want to check out the setup that I've used and the lures that I've used today, I'll actually leave them in the description below so you can check them out too. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video if you liked it, and I'll catch you guys later.